This is not the trendy. This is not the aesthetically pleasing. This isn't what you think you want, but it's what you need. Hello and welcome back to Torches, Yoga and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren and I'll be your coach. What we're going to embark on today, this is what other mindfulness coaches charge $150 a session to show you, to teach you, to walk you through. Mine are only $65 if you're interested. I'm not monetized. I have no sponsors yet. Not opposed to them, just y'all haven't found me yet. I'm here. But even though I'm not at that point yet, my objective in this point of my journey remains the same here. The whole reason I want to do this is not to monetize. It's to make healing, health, self-awareness, and self-compassion accessible. And what I'm going to share with you today is the playbook and the manual of how to do that. How do I get out of autopilot? How do I stop the thought spirals? How do I stop the same replay of the same terrible experiences years later? Well, today, friend, I have for you a breath and body workshop to complement the other video I posted this week, where I showed you the 5-step process to work through and let go, even if it's after the fact. If you haven't caught that video yet, jump on over after this one to the Torches page and make sure you save that to one of your playlists to come back to throughout the week. We are 6 weeks into our 16-week journey through the 8 skills of mindfulness. And we're taking a break this week. We're taking our winter break to create some space for ourselves, because we can best embody mindfulness if we allow it space to integrate into our lives. You may notice that my space is a little different today. I've brought in a big comfy chair. For this workshop, for this practice, there is no yoga mat needed, no spandex needed, just a quiet space and a willingness to check in with yourself. Today, we're going to explore how we can process a moment that we're still holding on to, not by overthinking it, not by asking it why it's still here, but by letting our bodies help us breathe through it, because we cannot logic our way through emotions. Like I said before, that's like bringing a colander to bail the water out of a sinking boat. Though you can't see him with me today because I am a little bit higher up on my chair, I do have some stones, oils, and herbs that I would use in my practice if you would like to use them in yours. So if you find yourself being overly critical of yourself, maybe it wasn't what someone said that's keeping you stuck in a story, but it's how you're judging yourself about how you reacted or about how you showed up. And it's your own self-judgments that's keeping you trapped in this story. For this, we have rose oil, and rose quartz. So I've got my jar of rose petals here. Even dry, they have such a beautiful aroma that reminds me of my own self-worth and compassion. And then I also, of course, have my rose oil. If you're going to use it on your skin, remember to dilute it in a 1-to-3 ratio. And then I've also got with me my rose quartz. I love this little heart one. So generally, red roses are associated with self-acceptance. Pink roses would be another great option. They're said to bring in a sense of gentleness so that you can approach yourself with some self-compassion. Bringing rose into your day-to-day life, whether you just have them around, whether they're in your skincare products or you use them for aromatherapy, is said to remind us of our own self-worth. Every time my husband buys me a bouquet of roses, which he does regularly because he knows how I'm going to use them, but every time I either use the fresh roses or I save them and dry them out to make a rose water by distilling them. It's a simple process you can do on your stovetop at home, but it makes a powerful, wonderful astringent for our skincare routines. So rose water is a natural humectant, which means it helps our skin to retain its moisture and its pH balance so it can combat acne. It tightens our pores, it's full of antioxidants, it's antiseptic and antibiotic. It's amazing. Go ahead, guess how old I am. And no guessing if you know me in real life. That's cheating, but yeah, just kidding. Don't guess. No, you can. It's fine. Howlite is another stone I have with me today. Hold on a second. So here's my howlite stone. This is a wonderful choice when we're dealing with healing and needing emotional support. It's said to resonate with our root chakra and our crown chakras simultaneously, helping us to feel grounded while bringing us clarity of thought. And its calming energy can draw out our inner strength and support a sense of centered awareness. All right, and then I've got some dark stones. Here they are. Here I've got some obsidian, some dark stones like obsidian, and another wonderful one, smoky quartz. Y'all seen this guy show up before? The obsidian and smoky quartz are great options to really break through emotional barriers and remove those emotional blockages we have so that we can process and work through and let go. These are my favorites to be using. Of course, a simple, beautiful amethyst can help promote the calm we're looking for so that we don't get wrapped up in the analyzing and the rehashing of the story, but we can mindfully reflect on it. All right, I also have some nice jaspers with me today. And jasper is going to come in many different patterns and colors. This red jasper is going to be a great choice if we want to connect with our passions and our inner strength. And then I've got kind of a green hazel, brownish, gold, yellow, beautiful piece here of this jasper going on. This is going to be wonderful to connect with those grounding energies and help bring out our inner confidence so we can face these deep-seated emotions we may be carrying that may not even be our own. I love having jasper. And this one, this red one, helping me to ground and connect to my passions, stays over here, actually, on our torches altar. All right, what else have I got? I've got chamomile. If you haven't caught my other video where I go more in depth on it, definitely check that out. Chamomile contains apigenin, and this makes it a powerfully calming tea for us to use either before, during, or after our practices. If you experience like high stress and anxiety daily, or even upset stomach, I definitely encourage you to look into making chamomile tea a part of your regimen. So I've got my little jar of chamomile here. Just that aroma. Oh, that aroma. Add some honey to it if you'd like. But chamomile actually interacts with our brains the same way that antidepressants do, except much more gently. So that apigen allows it to connect to our benzodiazepine receptors in our brain, calming our amygdala, bringing us out of that anxiety and allowing us to see things with clarity and to step out of the trauma, the hurt, the grief. Chamomile. Oh my God. I also have here today some lemon balm. Lemon balm is another great one to bring in peace and calm as a tea if you wanted to use that in your practice. All right, friend, if you'd like to, go ahead and hit pause so you can grab a couple items and meet me back here in a comfy seated position. So I hope you're in a comfy seated position. You can even be laid out in bed if you want to, curled up on the couch or in your favorite chair, snuggled up with your favorite blanket and pillow. And if your pets can calm down with you, they're certainly more than welcome to join. For this exercise, if you would like, you can either keep your eyes open or close them. Either is going to be perfectly fine for this. Let's take a moment to settle in to our exercise, to the practice, to the task we're going to embark on. Let's take some nice, deep diaphragm breaths to really get ourselves settled into this moment. We're going to take an inhale, pulling from our diaphragm for 4 counts through our nose. At the top of the breath, you're going to hold it for 2 counts. And then we're going to exhale, sighing it out through the mouth, pushing from deep in our diaphragm to exhale longer than our inhale. We're going to try to push it to 6 counts. I'll demonstrate, and then I'll coach you through 3 breaths to bring us into this moment. It looked like this. Inhaling. Just like that. All right, so as you're ready, let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Exhale, relax everything. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with control, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Exhale, relax the brow, jaw, neck, shoulders, thigh. One more time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Now this exhale, let everything relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Friend, as we begin, I would like you to bring to mind a moment that still lingers with you, a thought that creeps in unprovoked. Maybe you reacted when you meant to pause. Maybe you froze when you thought you should have acted. Maybe their betrayal or neglect still has a grip on you. Maybe it's just stuck, hanging in your chest. You don't need to relive it. Just bring it into the room with us. If it helps, you can even imagine it sitting over there in the corner, acknowledged but not running the show. To shift from reliving or getting further entrenched in the story to processing it, we're only going to describe it. Instead of replaying the story and reliving your thoughts and your judgments about it, just describe what happened. There was an argument. There was a silence. I was present. They were present. I reacted. They reacted. I froze. The trick is to stick to descriptives. Be objective. Now that we have our memory, we're going to do a body scan. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head and slowly, deliberately draw that awareness down each portion, each area of the front of your body, all the way down through your chest, your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet. And then bring your awareness back to the crown and take it down the back of your body, the back of head, the back of neck, my shoulders, my lower back, my buttocks, my thighs, my calves, my feet. Along the way, notice if there are any different sensations. If as we draw it into this space with us, it also draws a feeling or sensation within our bodies. Maybe your jaw clenches, your shoulders tighten. Maybe there's a twinge in your hip or an upset in your stomach. Don't judge the presence. Wherever you notice a sensation, place your hand there. If it's not reachable, you can just allow your awareness to rest there. Maybe the story doesn't bring a singular spot, a singular place of sensation. Maybe it brings an all-over sensation of heat or cold. Definitely, if you feel that cold temperature taking over, snuggle up into that blanket. We're not trying to fix or change it right now. We're just saying, I see you. I'm here with you. Now, let's bring our breath into it. We don't need to take the same deep diaphragm breaths as before, but if it feels right to you, you certainly can. My friend, inhale gently and imagine sending that fresh breath directly to that space or sensation holding this story. Allow the area to expand with the breath, and on your exhale, invite that feeling to soften, stretch out, or move however it wants to. Take another gentle inhale, sending the breath to this area again. And on this exhale, invite the tension or sensation to release. Release our judgments of ourselves and others. Release our beliefs and our ties to this story. Continue here for a few breaths, inhaling openness and support to where the story shows up. Exhale, finding softness and release. Inhaling lightness and compassion. Exhaling grief, anxiety, and stress. One more inhale, sending new love, understanding to that area, and allowing it to release one more time. We're not forcing it. We're just letting it know that it's safe to shift. We're here now with breath, with presence, and with compassion. Take another gentle breath and notice if the feeling has changed any. Now, if you're in a position to do so, let's go ahead and bring some gentle movements in to help shift what's left stuck there. So friend, I want you to take a nice inhale, and when you do, you're going to shrug your shoulders up, bring them around your ears, Squeeze nice and tight, and on your exhale, you're going to release and relax. Inhale, squish up, shrugging up by the ears. Exhale, release and relax. If that upward motion is uncomfortable for you, try pinching your shoulder blades together and back behind you, drawing your arms back, drawing nice and tight, and release, just flowing with the breath, whether you're pinching up on an inhale. Exhale, release, and let everything relax. Let's do that 2 more times together. Inhale, raise the shoulders up, pinch, pinch, pinch. And then exhale, relax and roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, raise the shoulders up by the ears, tight, tight, tight. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and release and relax down. Now let's bring some gentle movement into our neck if it's comfortable. Take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, lay your ear down to your shoulder. Take a breath here, a couple if it feels nice. And then you're going to roll forward on an exhale. Go into the left side. A couple deep breaths here, allowing this space to relax. Rolling back around to the other side. Moving where it feels nice. If that hurts or brings any discomfort, then stop and don't go so far. Take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, lay your ear to the other side, rolling around wherever is comfortable. Nice gentle movements, listening to your body and what feels right here. Let's keep this gentle movement flowing down our body and bringing awareness to our chest, abdomen, and our back. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. If you're laying down and would like to sit up for this portion, that's wonderful. If you'd like to stay laying down and just rest during this portion, bringing your awareness to your chest, abdomen, and back, that's perfectly fine as well. So we're going to do some soft cat-cows following the rhythm of our breath. And we're going to inhale, shine our heart center forward, bringing everything outward. And then exhale, we're going to curl in, rolling the shoulders forward like we're trying to touch our belly button to our spine. Like I said, just follow the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, shine your heart center forward, bend and stretch. Exhale, turn inward, pulling that belly button to the spine, curving the shoulders, rolling the spine. Inhale, flowing back out, shining my heart center outward. Exhale, rolling and curving inward. That nice movement in our chest, abdomen, spine, our back, all flowing in rhythm with our breath. Beautiful. Just come back to neutral spine. All right, friend, let your breath return to its natural rhythm once again. Maybe give it a thought of gratitude as it's helped us work through all this today. If you have closed your eyes, feel free to flutter them open and join me back in this space. Hey, friend, I want to bring your awareness back to the crown of your head, and we're going to do one quick body scan to see and notice if that sensation that came with the story still holds the space, or if it's moved, changed, or released any. So bring that awareness to our crown, slowly let it flow down the front of our bodies, over our chest, our abdomen, our hips, thighs, and shins, back to the crown of the head, and then we're going to let it flow down the back of our necks, our shoulders, our back, our buttocks, our thighs, our calves, and our feet. Notice if it's still present. Notice if it's still intense. Notice if it's moved or shifted any. If doing your body scan, you noticed it is still lingering, it is still holding on, even though maybe it's shifted, let it know. This is all the time I have today, with a promise to return, to let it be felt and heard, and to move as it needs to. That's the thing with working through these unspoken stories or these long-held traumas, generational traumas even. This isn't a one and done practice. This is something you may need to return to time and time again, before you begin to notice its shift and its release. If you didn't notice any kind of changes in today's exercise, please reach out. This is indicative of a longer, deeper held trauma and belief about yourself that I, as a mindfulness coach, can help you work through in a safe space. Maybe you did notice that it changed or it lightened a little bit, but it's still there, and that is perfectly normal. Remember, my friend, if something has come up that is too much of a burden for you to carry on your own, you don't have to. I'm here to help. As your coach, I encourage you to journal or write through your experience that you had today with this. If the story still lingers, logging your work with it can help you see its progress and its movement, and maybe even uncover something you didn't notice during the practice. This work isn't easy. This work takes strength, it takes patience, and it takes compassion. And I know you have all of that within you, and you are worth the time it takes to heal properly. We've got to let go of this old story so we can write our new one. And when the work is finally done, you will step into your best life. I promise you that. Friend, thank you for investing in yourself today, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.